Hello, there are things that the news are using truths for lies. There are things that President Trump wants us to tell where ICE has collusions with organized crime groups and with the people that are countering ICE, like with the Democratic themed voices, Republic themed, they have collusions with them. They have collusions with border states, families, and with the bordering countries, families, and other countries in the news at Central Connecticut State University since I was a little kid. Since before everyone was born, the campuses had connections to each other, which is roles with a predicate acts and facts method. A bunch of people tied to retired police chiefs from Weathersfield have collusions from other areas with predicate acts on my street and with their family members in intimate ties with sexual and medical offenders of kids, elderly, the veterans' homes too. Look, discern how they look just like those buildings behind people in rap videos. The little kids from suburbs could discern suburbs were designed before America's founders were born. Tactically to nature to cause negative value nature progressions, acts, and natures, and people to be reliant upon systems criminally born impulse, tactically delusions wrought. In other words, and what motivated this are roles of predicate acts with facts methods. That for a method, it was a breaching method that had roles with slavery entrenched northern colonies and southern colonies as a human fact nature breaching method, sickly distinctly too, but also sickly non-distinctly. And even though it was and is positive for everyone to address how sickly non-distinctly everyone was hurt by the same predicate acts with facts method, no one addresses it. The lawyers have been roles of wire crime acts and methods, mail crime acts. Their mass evidence is racketeering worse than war crimes. And these are people speaking about crimes. They have collusion / S with all natures of crime scenes, right where it's self-valued, right where it's not self-valued. And the difference they're using their kids to self-value roles while they're leaving them out. That's my motivation, but they're bringing them in. People are reporting, well, it's my job. I have to do that dishonestly, and they're making confessions about that. In other words, they're not supposed to have rules of predicate acts with facts, methods, and collusions with crime scenes, but it already did. It already shaped readings of precedents and statutes, originating still criminally foreign influence, tactically delusions wrought. Just how they leave out black people's rights of life shows that. Please follow mandated law and stop playing games with the difference of Republican and Democrat or ICE or FBI. FBI Director Robert Luskin has collusions with ICE and those other agencies, the Home Department of Homeland Security, since it was INS, and next to it, increasingly people involved with names next to the campuses, intercities, involved with predicate acts on my street, and the police forge against switching names with the courts involved with them too. And overt criminal enterprises, private ones, and years apart, first forced child abusers, leaders, and more involved than now. These agencies have roles with psychiatry, at forced medical evaluations with the law. They're putting fake and changed collusions with the crime scenes at the triages across the country while they're criminally pointable tactical delusions raw. All kinds of medicines and drugs crimes with the Department of Corrections offices and the Department of Judicial Branch offices involved with these people named Collusion and the spill Collusion with Bob Chase, and people with the name Violet Kolvinskis, a Joshua Stryker. They have roles with the corners on Griswold Street with people from Hartford Hospital with the intelligence, foreign and domestic military, criminally foreign influence, tactical delusions wrought with their educators involved with predicate acts with them. Some black KKK, Confederate black theme, Latino theme, Italian theme, interreligious spots theme, cultural nutbags, fakes, pretending passions and emotions tied to their roles of predicate acts with facts with the news. Get me off fake conversations with WFSB. Fake locations, they put me in ties to others too. They pretended. And they won't respond. They already put faked and changed digital evidences, faked and changed, they faked phone transcripts, faked me being at the Weathersfield police station as a kid, now as an adult. WFSB has a bunch of people, families with Rocky Hill Police Departments and Newington Police Departments, and the Britain Police Department also involved with them, with state police, FBI, CIA, military police, in other words. Get them on paper, one name and sequence. Watch their delusions too, with the logic experts, the reason experts, foreign and domestic, the sick fake punks, using their own differences, other people's differences, while they're only capable of putting fake transcripts. Get them on paper with the interbranch, personally and professionally involved with them too. Get them on paper now, but black pupils. How many done another way?